Alright, so I wanted to start off by going over this dev update. We are going to also be playing the game, just so you guys know, but we're starting off going over the development update for Enshrouded's next update, The Wake of the Water. I know I'm a little bit late in that, but what we're going to be doing in-game correlates to what was announced in this update, so I feel like it's important that I cover it. So you can skip, if I remember, I'll put timestamps in the description, so you can skip this portion of the video if you just want to watch me play. But I do want to kind of cover this a little bit. So he did go over some of the things that, some of the changes that will be made and why the update was pushed up to November 10th. Everybody I think knows by now, everybody who, cares about the game knows by now it's been pushed up to November 10th. So our goal today is to prepare for that update to drop, because a lot of things are going to be different and there are things that we can do now to prepare for it, and I'm going to tell you kind of my plan for that here in a little bit, but let's see what he has to say.
Hey Flameborn, I'm Christoph from Keen, and I'm Senior Game Designer for Enshrouded. I'm here to share some news about our next update, Wake of the Water. As you know, Enshrouded has hundreds of cool items like weapons, shields, armors, rings, ammunition, food and other consumables. After a year and a half of piling on systems and items, we've taken a breather to get a good look at how our systems interact, and we identified areas where we can improve Enshrouded. So let's dig in and talk itemization. First of all, we have reviewed all weapons in the game. Many weapons have names and visuals that convey a certain fantasy, a theme. But when we checked their stats, they didn't really line up in many cases. A good example of this are the ice-coated daggers, a set of daggers whose cool name and visuals.
Yeah, so a lot of the stats for weapons, like you said, like the ice-coated daggers for one, you would think that it would do ice damage to enemies, and they don't. So one of the changes they're making, is to make it so that they do the damage that you expect them to do. So I think it's gonna do, we'll see what he says, but I think it's gonna do cutting and ice damage now instead of what it currently does.
Imply ice damage. Currently, however, they only deal cut and pierce damage. So after our overhaul, they will now deal pierce and ice damage.
Pierce and ice damage.
Extra ice damage perks when upgrading them.
And the upgrade, so the enhancements are going to also be overhauled, it looks like, because it doesn't usually, I don't think, look like this when you do it. It looks different when you hover over the item to see. Kind of, so that, the UI is changing slightly. I also can see like it's gonna do plus 20% at level 28, 5% 29, 20% ice magic damage at level 30. So it kind of is gonna go up per level, and we're going to be able to craft, which he's gonna go over in a minute, these items at the level that we're at up to, I think, level 39. So we won't have to worry about out leveling the cool weapons. We can use whatever weapons we want and do whatever build we want, which is going to be excellent for roleplay, by the way. And I'm hoping that we can get kind of more stuff that will help in roleplay. But currently, I'm not really a huge fan of how the way the game acts when you play co-op with friends. I'm not a huge fan of it because people can just go off and unlock stuff on their own. And I want it to be, and then it unlocks for the whole server. I want to be able to go and unlock stuff on my own and have it mean something, or go with a group and have it mean something for whoever's in the vicinity. Kind of like most games, how most games react in that situation. So like, I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't right off the top of my head. Sorry, I keep yawning. I'm tired, but I'm not a huge. So when it comes to that, I kind of hope. But this is a really good step, honestly. Being able to craft, and I think how it's going to work in co-op is if someone in your group finds a weapon, it'll then be available to craft for everybody in the server. So everybody can then have that weapon, which is pretty cool. And they don't have to go wait for things to reset and find it again, which won't be an option anymore, and we'll get into that too in a minute. I know most of you have already seen this though, so I'm not too concerned with giving spoilers and kind of explaining these things right off. I just want to kind of go over this before we start, because this has a huge bearing on what we're going to be doing today in game.
Example out of many. Across the board, we made sure that weapon stats will now better match their visual and thematic identities than ever before, to be honest. We are also tweaking many armor and ring stats, as well as food items, so make sure to check out all of the exciting new changes coming with Update 7. We also had a close look at weapon durability and increased it across the board. Durability now also scales with item level and with item rarity.
So for those that keep durability on, by the way, the Helix wand is so freaking cool. I can't wait to be able to craft it at my current level. I like that wand a lot. But to the point, durability scaling is great for people who keep durability on for their weapons and care about that. I don't. I turn it off. I don't like having to worry about, you know, repairing my weapons and stuff. So being able to have it off is what I do. But if you don't want it off, but you also felt like it was weak to have it on, this is a good option for you. And maybe I'll try it out with durability on for a while and see kind of what the difference is. Because I did used to play with durability on, now I don't. So it's a good change, I think. And we'll see kind of how it affects gameplay when the update drops.
Also note that just like with previous changes to dropped items, weapons that you already acquired in the game will retain their existing stats. The new and improved stats will only apply to equipment obtained after Update 7 releases. We are bringing another pretty significant change to Enshrouded's itemization by allowing players to craft any lore weapon they previously unlocked at any stage in the game. We know, for instance, that many of you...
Yes, so being able to just craft this and have it be, like, match your level, I'm so excited for, because I do really like that weapon. I think it cuts through fells so good, but then after a certain point, it doesn't do anything. So, and, like, if you get it, because you can get it whenever you want, and it doesn't really matter story-wise when you get it, by the time you get it sometimes, you're already completely out-leveled it, and it's useless other than a wall ornament, which another reason why it's good that we can craft things is because then we can have one for use and one to display, or we can just craft them for display in our houses and our stuff, which is really cool, so we don't have to, because there are some items that you can only find, and you can find them multiple times in the same spot, which you won't be able to anymore after this update, but it's just nice to be able to just craft the items that you want to put in your house.
Of the light-emitting wailing blade that can be found in a lore quest line in the early game. With Update 7, you can actually craft a higher level version of the light-emitting wailing blade once you have out-leveled the previous version of it. There will be craftable lore weapons for every weapon type, supporting all classes and all playstyles. This will also help those players who are forever unlucky with RNG and cannot seem to find the right weapon they are looking for. We have also added many new awesome weapons to the drop pools of enemies. From the Fell Thunderbrute Greatsword to the Scavenger's...
So the Great Sword is one of the ones that I'm most looking forward to. I don't know why, but with all the games that I play, if there's a Great Sword available, I usually use it like a lot in the game. Soul Mask, I've done that. I actually discovered that there are better weapons than the Great Sword in Soul Mask, but before I was like always leaning heavily towards the Great Sword. That's the one that I would use from the start to finish of the game. And the Great Sword, the good thing about this is that in Enshrouded you can find it really early on. Because usually I'm a mage that also carries a Great Sword, which is so ridiculous. It doesn't even match up with anything. But that's kind of what I do in games where there's magic and weapons is I'm a mage with a greatsword. I did that in Skyrim, which a lot of fun, by the way. But yeah, I love the greatsword. I don't know why, because I usually am not a fan of two-handed weapons. I don't ever use like the two-handed axes or anything like that. But the greatsword, I think, has always, when it's put in games, it always has the speed that I want for like swinging it at enemies, and it has the power of the two-handed weapons, and so it's like a bonus type of thing. And it works really well. And so I hope that it's the same in Enshrouded. We'll see when the update drops, but genuinely hope the greatsword is what I want it to be.
Here's some acid cleaver. A whole host of these weapons can now be looted from defeated foes. Enemy weapon drops will now scale with enemy level and range in rarity from common all the way up to legendary.
This is a good thing too, because I often, whenever I get weapons from enemies, I use them, and I will collect them just to use them for runes, and not for literally anything else, just because of how they don't, I often get early game weapons in late game from enemies, and it's just, they're useless, other than to use for runes to enhance any new weapons that I get that I want to use. So I like this because then it's like kind of guaranteed that you'll get a somewhat decent weapon based on where you are in the game. So yeah.
Now that there are many more options for obtaining weapons at all stages in the game, we feel like it's a good time to finally close the loop on a long-running loot exploit. With update 7, loot chests will now save their looted state, which means players won't be able to reload the game or restart the server to try their luck again.
So this is why we're playing today, because I'm going to start creating kind of, I'm going to create a spot in my current save that has all of the weapons that I can possibly find before update 7 drops, so that I can bring them over if I want to any new saves, and then have them available to craft and all of that stuff without having to go looking for them, because the purpose of the loop was to find specific weapons, and now we're not going to really be able to do that. We might still be able to find all of the weapons in the game. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but just in case, I'm going to create kind of a depot of sorts for all of the weapons, and it's going to be just for me and my server, whatever servers I'm playing on, to be able to craft the weapons, and then I'll eventually have all of them. So the goal is to have, and then in the update 7, have a server that was created after update 7 and have all of them available to craft in that server, and then I can get rid of the other one. And I have a whole plan, and so we're going to be working on that today. We're also going to be doing quests and stuff on my current save and that kind of thing. But you know I've gone through a lot of the game already with you guys, so I don't feel like I have to be like super consistent with it at least until update 7 drops. When update 7 drops, we are going to be starting over from the beginning because of the weapon thing, and because of a lot of the changes being made with the water, and like the world's going to look different in some parts, and so I kind of want to experience it as it's intended. So we're going to be starting over when that drops, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But I would like to have a finished game done so I can go to the new biome straight from there and do like content on that as we're going through all of the other content, so that I can kind of keep you guys posted, updated on all of the things. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today, and this is why we're going to be doing it.
Test content, however, will respawn eventually, just as we had originally intended.
It will respawn eventually, but it's not going to be, you can't just restart the game.
Often heard revolved around players wanting to start out as mages but feeling that there's a lack of support for mages in the early game. We hear you and we agree with you. That's why we introduced a new spell with update 7, Firebolt, which is a single target, quick casting spell that can be crafted with minimal requirements, ensuring that as soon as you find bones and resin, you can craft your first staff and your first spell.
I like this because I do want to do a mage build from the beginning on one of my games.
To basically just shrug off many combat encounters because regeneration is very high, especially in the mid and late game.
This is true.
We think that this makes Enshrouded's combat somewhat less interesting because players will often just retreat from heated combat situations, take a little break, and then continue on fighting shortly after with fill resources.
He's not wrong.
Passive regeneration. By
He's not wrong.
HP regeneration, we're aiming to make health management an issue you have to prepare for ahead of time. By crafting potions, eating appropriate meals.
Now, I don't know if I like this because I like...
We are also slightly bringing down stamina and mana.
So I'm not sure that I like this because I like being able to step out and then come back into the battle. But at the same time, I see where he's coming from. And we'll just see how kind of this affects the game. Maybe it'll make it more fun. Maybe it won't. We'll just see. But he's not wrong. I will say that. He's definitely not wrong in kind of how players exploit this. So, yeah. Oh, stay tuned because we are also going to be showing a teaser after we go over this, finish this video. We're going to go over a teaser for update 7, which I will that they just posted as I'm recording this. So just bear with me here. Anyway.
Regeneration values across the
So they're also bringing down stamina and mana. I don't like them bringing down stamina. And I don't like them bringing down mana because I feel like those are already super weak as it is. That's just me though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't think he's right in that manner, but we will see. We will see how it affects the game overall. Obviously, these have been things that he has noticed other players like doing and whatever, so he's probably right. But I don't know. I like where the stamina is now because I hate having to constantly wait and regenerate stamina. It's the most annoying thing in games like this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
This also allows us to introduce health, mana and stamina regeneration to other sources. So that if you want to emphasize these attributes with your character, you will still have options to do that.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, here comes another banger. Update release date!
Alright, so... yeah, the update release date... this is so funny that he does this. There's no update. That's a lie.
Finally, we'd like to share some news about Enshrouded's next update, Wake of the Water. So we have tried as hard as we could to hold ourselves to our October deadline. However, we knew implementing water.
So seeing it, look, these are the issues that I like that they show this. So, because I'm not mad at this. I'm glad that they pushed it forward rather than releasing the update broken. A lot of devs wouldn't do that, or they wouldn't give us a reason, and they wouldn't come on here and be like, hey, so you know what? We're having problems. We need to push it up. He also gave us a date, and even if that date doesn't hold, like even if like next week he's like, you know what? We also can't stick to the November 10th. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad because they have given us so much in such a short period of time. These devs have been so transparent, so open with how everything has been going. With what they want. They have really given us a lot, and like there are certain things that they had planned for last year, a couple of little things that they still haven't implemented, and I'm not mad because of everything they have implemented, and I understand how hard it is to develop a game like this. Like this is a big project, and they started out as a teeny little team, so I think that they've done like one other project before or something. I don't know. But this game is amazing, and they're doing amazing, and I love, they're active in Discord, some of the time they go in there and they look at like what we say in there. They watch content creator videos and they look at what we say about that stuff. They are really, really like in the community. They're in it with us, and they look at what we want and what they compare that with their vision of the game, of course, and then they're like, okay, yeah, we can implement that, or maybe we can't implement that. Water was never promised from the beginning. Water was promised after so many people said that they wanted water. But I don't think that they might have implemented water at some point, but if we hadn't all been like, hey, we really want some water in the game, we want to put water in our builds, we want to do this, that, the other, I don't think they would have implemented it this soon, to be honest. I don't think they would have implemented it until the 1.0 update at the very least. But they listen to us. They know that we want water, and they're trying so hard to give it to us, and I am so excited to see what that looks like in a game like this, because it's incredible. And so yeah, I trust them completely. If they are not ready, they're not ready. And clearly, if you look at this image right here on your screen, they're not ready to implement water right now, and that's okay.
In the game at a satisfying level of quality in that time frame was going to be a hard challenge.
Yeah, look at this. This is crazy.
Always finds a way, and it gets like
that's so funny.
And so do water-related issues.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Making all of these new.
I love how he's a fellow nerd too. Like, it's not just some guy in a suit. I mean, he's wearing nice clothes, of course, but it's not some guy in a weird suit, like sitting there telling us everything we want to hear to appease the players and make us spend money. It's a guy who's in it with us, and and I love it. Like, when I call people a nerd, it's often a compliment because I'm also a nerd. So I don't mean it to be like in a mean way. It's always a compliment when I call someone a nerd. And I love it. I love when they're in it with us, honestly.
Sometimes feels like trying to shoot an arrow out of the nose.
That's hilarious, though.
This is to say that in order to give Wake of the Water all the polish that it needs, we are pushing back the release date by a few weeks to November 10th. Some of you who joked on our Discord about the update releasing on October 42nd were actually much closer than you thought. So yeah, we're kind of holding our promise, we guess. So these are just some of the thrilling steps we are taking in Update 7, Wake of the Water. Our team now has multiple developers who are dedicated to all aspects of combat, and it is our goal to keep improving combat in Enshrouded together.
Which is good. It's good.
So we hope.
So a lot of people, that's their one complaint, is the combat system. They like almost everything else in the game except for the combat system. I don't mind the combat system. I'm not too concerned about combat in games like this. I feel like the building is what shines here. The building aspect, the getting the multiple building blocks, the exploration shines. The combat, I feel like, comes like kind of secondary to those things. But I do like that they're working on it, because I do see where it can be improved, even though it's not like my main focus of the game. It is a lot of other people's, and so again, this is an example of them listening to us, to the community, and being like, hey, we know that this is something that you want worked on, and we are doing it, we're working on it, and I love that about these guys.
Hope you enjoyed this quick dive into the upcoming changes to some of the core systems underpinning Enshrouded. We thank you for your time, and so now it's not just water when, but maybe also new weapons when? Soon.
November 10th, yeah. New weapons. I love that too. They kind of took our phrasing of things. Water when? Because that's what we've been saying. Water when. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's a little thing supported by... it's really tiny. I can't really read it, but that's cool. I'd never noticed that before. So yeah, there's that. So now let's get into the new stuff that they just announced here. Alright, so let's watch this teaser that they have for us here. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. So let's go ahead and watch this teaser they have for it's a short, so it's not very long. And they just released this today, and I have not seen it yet. So I'm gonna be reacting live to this. Let's do it. It's a great sword. Okay, so okay, it's not gonna let me do that. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that with the green. Okay. Okay, so that's how the great sword combat is gonna look. I kind of like that. I'm not mad at that. And I like the green one with like the skeleton on it and stuff. That looks like that's probably gonna be found in the Hollow Halls, I bet you. But that's really cool. So that's the teaser that they had for us. Really exciting. Yeah, I like that. So that's on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, that kind of thing. You guys can go check it out without my reaction to it. But that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna close that. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the game now. Okay, so I have a few different saves currently. I have one with flame level 8. This one I think has flame level 5. And I already have some weapons in here, but what we're gonna do is we're going to organize this. We're gonna get I need to go up. And I need to make like the biggest chest that I can make. So we're gonna go talk to the carpenter real quick. This one. So I need to make sure I get alchemical base, shroud particles. So we need to go to the Nomad Highlands and then a large chest, which can be made. I just need nails to make more of those. Actually, you know what? I just need to make the large chest because it's for weapons. I don't need to do anything else. So nails. I just need nails. At the moment. So let's go make some nails and then let's make some plain large chests. I'm gonna make a bunch of nails because we need a lot of them. Okay. And now let's go and make as many as I can. So let me look at, what do I have in here? Okay. We're good. So this is part of what we're going to be doing to, I need more wood planks and I'm going to need probably more bronze bars too here soon. But we have this, which I can move down. I'm going to move it to there. And I'm going to move these over here and I'm gonna make a bunch of planks. Wait for those to get done. Okay, so I need to make this too. Shroud adhesive, but that's not important right now. Move that there. So we have a couple of those. So I think I'm going to, for at least right now, down here, in here, I'm gonna put this stuff here. So this is where I think I'm gonna put the weapons. I want it to snap to there, kind of. There we go. I want it to be even. So those are the ones I'm using currently, so I'm not gonna do those. So let me go outside and let me get, if I can find my way out again. I went the wrong way. I need to make this to be less of a maze, but I have some weapons in here. I have weapons everywhere in here, though, not just... But I need to free up space in my magic chests for other things, so, yeah. My goal is to have one of each weapon in here. Weapon, ring. I also want to do the pieces of armor. At least the ones that you find around in the world. The ones that we craft, I don't think matter as much. So let's I would also like to have these like kind of organized by weapon type, but I don't think that I can do that right this second. I just need to get them in here. Weapon type will be next though. Mainly because we don't need duplicates for what I'm doing, so we'll be able to get rid of whatever duplicates we have later. Again, wrong way. So this is kind of what we're doing to prepare. I'm also gonna put ammo in there too. All these. So the only ones that we won't have right off the bat are the new ones that they're adding to the game for the update. That's kind of the goal. And I am gonna go to my other saves too and pull weapons from them. I'm gonna pull things from there as well to add to this. Here we have 2 of these already. So this one, that's level 64. Yeah, this one can go. I can get rid of it. Salvage it for runes. See, that's kind of because we don't need 2 of them. We have 2 of these already. So I'll get rid of this one. We have 2 of these. I'm just getting rid of the weaker ones. That's kind of how I'm deciding. Like this wand too, the luminous wand, I really like this wand. And see, it's only level 15. So you can't use it very much. So I can't wait till I can make that. And then I can use it. Yeah, so I don't think... Let me see, do we have any other duplicates in here? I don't think so. I mean these, but not. They're different. They look the same, but they're different. Okay, I'm gonna go wrong way. Back out. Get more. Like this here, the Wailing Blade, 42 damage. So I'm already 72 damage on that. So like, it's useless to me now because of where I'm at. Let me find more. I don't think there's more in that one. There is in this one though. That one, that's a really cool one too. I like using that one, and see, only 20 damage. So it's useless to me at this point in time in the game, and I barely got to use it when I got it. This isn't organized nearly as well as I would like. Let me find where I stuck the rest of my runes there. Those in there. Alright, coming in here. So far, no duplicates in that one. I don't think I really have any duplicates, at least not very many, if any, right now, which is good. I've been very careful about how I do the how I do this, so yeah. Oh, there's another luminous wand. So that is a duplicate. And then I don't have very much armor. I haven't really been picking it up due to lack of space, but we're going to be setting up mannequins and dealing with that later. I did that. Oh, spiritual cane. That's the one, the early game one that you can make. So I probably don't need to keep that one. All the gems. Shroud Nexus. Here's another ring. Okay. That's everything. Everything that I have so far, at least. Yeah. So I think I did have the luminous wand in here too. That one's 15. This one is 18, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. And then I'll move. Actually, no, I'll keep this here because I want to keep the rings together. Yeah, I think that's it. And I know that like this is a duplicate, but I'm using this one right now. So I don't care that that one's in there. Okay, so let's put the base that I'm not using in here. What's that? 8, 14, 11, 14, 18, 14. So I'll keep those in there, those two kinds. And then move this down. Move that down. And let's just pick a bed to sleep on, and then we'll head out. And I'm not really sure what all we're gonna go look at to find more things, but we're gonna go and keep our eye out for more weapons to bring back and armor. And I need to make more chests too. Yeah. Okay, let me go up to the carpenter again and see what all I need to make another chest. Oh. Just the wood planks for right now. So we made some. Okay. And again, wood planks again. Yeah. So let's go And let's place these down. There we go. Alright, and now let's move these back down. And I'm gonna go put the runes in the chest real quick. This is kind of a mess at the moment, but that's okay. I mean, I tried to kind of organize things a little bit before, but it just is what it is. So let's look at our map. This is what I've done so far. We still have like the hollow halls up here. Is it this one? It's that one. We have all of this. We have this up here, which will give us more space in our backpack. But yeah, I think I came down here and I ran into some deadly shroud. So we need to upgrade our flame altar. So let's take a look at what we need for that. I think a lot of things. Not that. Okay, so vulture talons in the kindle waste, iron ore, lapis lazuli, which we have some, brittle shroudary flakes, dropped by mushrooms in the kindle waste, and then the fell sickle scythe head, which is the boss we need to get. Okay, so that is something I need to kind of make a priority. So I think this is the kindle waste over here. So I'm gonna head over here and we're gonna go and try and get some things together that we need for that. Alright, so I know there's tin in that cave down there. I do want to build here. I like building here. In this area. We'll do that later. Right now we're working on trying to get ready for update 7. We'll do that when we replay the game. We'll build and do some fun things. Let's go in here. Uh-oh. To just kind of get some loot together, get some things. We need a lot of things. We need like saffron, we need iron, we need hold on. Sorry, my phone keeps. We need things. We need to go into the shroud here at the kindle waste to get some of the stuff that we need. So I'm gonna do that here in a minute. Yeah, that's nothing. Oh, here's our lapis that we need. So let's go ahead and harvest some of that. And also iron can be found in the shroud in the kindle waste, so we're gonna go get that too. I don't remember how much more lapis we needed, so I'm just gonna harvest a bunch of it. It's apparently really difficult to harvest, but if I can get some iron, we can upgrade our pickaxe and it'll be easier. Let's do that. Let's go get some iron. Let's see if we can find some. We also need to harvest these mushrooms too. Is this one? Okay, so this elixir well is one I have not done. So we're gonna also do it. And I bet you we'll find some weapons and things in it. Ow. And I wonder if there's some iron in there too, or around here. Oh my god, I just want to get... There we go, the fireball. Ow! These guys are over leveled for me. Ow! Okay. Jeez. Let's use chain lightning. Why don't I have chain heal on me? I thought I had some chain heal. I don't have the eternal spell for it though. I need to get rid of that demon thing. It's gonna kill me. I need to go. No, I can't. I need to go. These guys are not gonna stop following me. Yeah, that gives me some health regeneration. That gives me... Oh, I've already got everything. Okay. Maximum health increase. That gives me shroud protection, which I think I already have. This is doing quite a bit of damage. When they changed it to when you go from cast to shield and there's like that little delay, it doesn't seem like it. There's a little delay, and that's what he keeps hitting me in between is that delay. It's really annoying. Oh, come on. And they like follow you forever too. Oh my god. Yep, there it is. I need better weapons. Jesus. Okay. Let's go find this. That's the cave. It's the elixir well I was just at. Bounty barn. Let's go up here. There should be a path up there. There it is, right here. Let's see if I can find something better up there. Because this is the highest level of area that I've unlocked. So there should be higher level weapons somewhere in this area as well that I can grab. Kill these guys. Which aren't horribly as much of a threat as the guys in the shroud. Heck, even the spiders I'm not too concerned with. Let's grab this stuff too. We need it, the straw and the wheat grains. I know we need it for stuff. Okay, let's go in here. I hate the rats. They love coming out of nowhere and just biting the heck out of me. I hate them. Nothing in here. Go up here. There's probably a chest up here with something in it. I just need something more powerful than what I have. Oh, Wisp of Light. That's not really helpful, is it? No, nothing here. Oh, there's a flask of the fell. That'll help with stamina, but not much else. Okay. We can go here. I bet you that's where the, hold on. Let's make sure it's not where the boss is. No, boss is is up here. We're good. Ow. Okay. Head down here. Let's see what we can find. Oh, my backpack full already. Alright, we can delete that. Delete these. And we'll delete that. We have plenty of those too. We can delete those. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think that's something I can beat down here. Okay, I need to come up here. And not get hit by that guy. But I need to increase my time in the shroud a bit. No. No! Oh no. Okay. Down. Got him. Hi guys, we will return to our regularly scheduled content in just a moment. I wanted to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the video. So to join the Discord, which the link is in the description below. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos, and just by watching and subscribing, it helps out the channel so much. So thank you guys. Back to the video, enjoy. Okay, where's the other button then? Oh, it's in here. Oh, look, a bow. That's not what I wanted. Okay, that's the other thing down here. That thing is terrifying. I need to get out of the shroud now. What? Okay, I don't want anything to do with that. There's like a tiny spot right here that is somewhat outside of the shroud. Okay. Music sheet location, question mark. Sun Temple Story, Southern Caravan. What's that one? Scientific Instruments. Hearts of Iron. That's where we want to go. Okay, let me go here. Use that. Increase my shroud time. Use that. That also should increase my shroud time. Well, this actually will increase it even more. Use that for stamina. Okay. And then I need to find my way over there. So let's go here. Okay. And then we're going to find, what's that? Is that just some... It's just the terrain. I love how this looks. I'll never get over how good this looks, by the way. So let's follow this way. And let's go find that iron. This is an interesting little place, but I don't see anything here. I don't think that there is anything here. A chest right here. Another shroud flask. That'll help us later, I think. Okay. I need my stamina to regenerate. I also need... I need to get rid of those, but I need to also get rid of that. I need space for the iron that I'm going to collect. That will give me more stamina. Shroud particles. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go. We're just gonna run through this. What is that? Oh, shroud sand. That's new. Is it used for anything? I have no idea, but that's new. Might not be new to the rest of you guys, but I have not seen it yet. There's a lot of stuff from the last update I haven't seen because I haven't played through the whole, the entirety of the game since the last update. So I wanted to, and then life kind of had a way of getting away from me, so I didn't get to. That iron? That's iron. I still need to go to the Hearts of Iron quest location though and get some, but this is good. I know the mountain biome is lush with iron. There's so much there. So I'm not concerned with mining all of it at the moment, but I want to get a bunch so I can make So I can make the tools that I need. And the other stuff that I need too. Down there? Okay, quest completed, Hearts of Iron. I still want to find and get more iron though. And also there is a shroud root down here that I want to get as well. Got him. Got him. Oh, I got one of his weapons. A fell broadsword. Hey, let me take a look at that new sword there. 30. But if I upgrade it, oh, it looks like it doesn't upgrade much. But let's take a look at that because I don't think I've seen that before. Alright, let's find some iron. There's a ton right here. Let's get a decent stack. Let's get rid of the scales. We can easily get more of those. Okay, come on. That is not what I did. This game just looks way too good. I cannot wait for update 7 to drop. If I can just get 50, 2 stacks of 50, I think I'll be good for right now. I'll make my new pickaxe and axe and, you know, whatever else. I think there's armor that I need iron for too. Let me take a look at. Alright, I have 45. That's something. I don't see. I'm sure that there's more here. I just don't see it. Okay. What is that up there? Is that a boss? It probably is. Did he? No, he didn't get stuck. And I couldn't be that lucky, I guess. Ow! Got him. I'm out of mana. Okay. Now I can get rid of that, and I don't really want to get rid of that. I can get rid of that and that. Oh, I got a new sword. That one's slightly better. I'll see what it is fully upgraded, but I like ye. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, let's go over to where we're not in the shroud, and then I can fast travel. Alright, let's fast travel. Let's go back home. And let's take a look at the two swords I have fully upgraded. See what I can do. Maybe they're better than what I have. And if not, they can go in the chest with the rest of the weapons. Okay, enhance equipment. 49, so now 32. So yeah, so that one can be replaced. What about this one? 38, no. How is it that this is the best sword I have and it kinda sucks? Okay, where is that bow? That bow is slightly better than that one. These can go in the chest with the rest of the weapons. And we'll go from there. Oh wait, what was the other thing? That, and we made those. And let's make some iron bars. Because with some iron bars, we can then make the iron pickaxe. And then we'll get the iron axe. See any new armor. I do want to make this though, this set. I need vulture talons. I need to figure out how to get those. Let's say drop by Kindlewaste fell enemies. Okay. So we need to go kill fells in the Kindlewaste then. I just need charcoal for this. Does it do better than the one I have? Block and 43 parry power. Oh, that's the one I actually am using now. So we'll wait for those iron bars, and in the meantime, we'll go put these weapons away down here. And put the rest of the stuff away as well. It is not well organized. Pick this one up. And I'm just gonna move these items into this one. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that either. I'm gonna move those there. Move this down here. I'm gonna pick this one up. I'm gonna move all of my storage into here. So I have those are my weapons. I'm gonna move the rest of it down here. Where's the one that had... There was another chest in one of these. Here. We're gonna get some organization going in here. Albeit some light organization. It's better than nothing. Copper in that one. Clay in this one. Put bars in this one. Put blocks in this one. That's not what I meant to click on. This one's dirt and sand. Amber and resin. Stone. Copper. Clay, which I know I have one here. I know I have another stack of clay in there. Bars and blocks. Yeah, I know I have a ton of clay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do with this. Put that there. And I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna grab this one. And I'm going to put metal scraps in this one. These ones don't have a home yet, so I'm just gonna stick them in there. Sand has a home though. Dirt has a home. Flower soil can go with dirt. Blocks. Or not blocks, but you know what I mean. Bricks, whatever. These have a home. Sandstone. Anything that's like a shroud thing. Things that come off of animals. And things like that. Shroud particles are a shroud thingy. I need some big chests for food, but that has a home. I need to open up one of the big chests that are over there for food. In the meantime, tungsten in that one. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put some of this stuff in here. Just temporarily. I'm sure this is really boring for you guys to watch, but this needs done. And this is part of our prep for the new update. Let's go back over here. I don't even think this is one of the largest storage chests. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this stuff in. All of the non-meat stuff is gonna go in here. And then I'm gonna go get another one. I have so much food, which is good. Let's do... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, those board tests can go there though. Brittle shroud petals. Shroud sack. All those have a home. Let's do that. We're not gonna put that in there. Oh! Or any of these. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this, yes, but not these. I keep bumping buttons. Okay. And all the meat. I missed one over here. I accidentally hit F again. I need to stop doing that. Okay, there we go. Let's do one for plants. That one has a home. cat has a home. Okay. I need to make more of these big chests, though. I don't know where that should go. Maybe in there. Okay. What do I need to make more? We have some of these that are currently empty. So let's go ahead and grab those. Let's go upstairs and see if we have enough stuff to make. Oh, huge chest. It's different. We still need wood planks. Oh, okay. Iron bars, wood planks. Okay, so this is the new one. Let's go check on the iron bars. And the charcoal. Enshrouded oil. Wood planks, huge chest. Okay, so let's just make this one. I need alchemical base. So I think that's over here. Shroud particles and shroud mushroom. It's gonna be a little bit harder than I thought. Let's go over here and see. Well, the better well. Ooh, I unlocked this. This is a really pretty bench too. The wall torch. Ah, yes, the doors. I love those big giant doors. And those are the nice windows too. Okay, I'm gonna head over here because I need to make the iron axe and the iron pickaxe. This is nice. I like this one and I like this one. They look really cool. They all look really cool, but yeah. Oh, nice. New armor too. Padding and vulture. I need to go get those vulture talons. I need to spend some time in the shroud and the kindle waste and just get stuff that I need. Let's replace these. Alright, then she had a new quest for us. A flower. Okay. We have nowhere to plant that yet. Our hunter, anything new? Yeah, the arrows. Which 21 damage. Who is that needs to talk to us? It's over there. It's not him. Oh, it's the barber. Do we have any... That's skin color. Hair color. So these are all the ones I've unlocked so far. Alright, I'm gonna head back down. I'm gonna put these chests in here for now. I could have put, it doesn't matter. I'm reorganizing anyway, so it doesn't really matter where I put stuff right now. That needs to go. It does have a home though. Okay. So I'm gonna end it here, but we're gonna continue kind of prepping. It looks like the best way to do it is to just play the game through and find all of the weapons. But that is how we are prepping for the update. We're just playing through the game, getting all the weapons that we can get, collecting them so that we have them for any new saves. Because I don't know how the new systems are going to affect the future. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.